Hey guys, it's me Richmond of Xiaomi Review and welcome back to my channel. So Poco made a conscious effort to release the better Poco GT series in India, with the Poco F3 GT having the better specs on, well, of course on papers, as compared to the Poco X3 GT. Now, we'll put these two phones on a battle one-on-one till the end and see if it's really better or the Poco X3 can stand toe-to-toe against the F3 GT. Let's find it out. So these two phones are definitely something that is worth mentioning if you're looking for some awesome phones as your next daily driver. Now, this phone, the Poco F3 GT, definitely is released in India only, and you cannot buy it anywhere except India unless you go for the Redmi K40 Gaming Edition that is only available in China. Now, on the other hand, the Poco X3 GT is available globally except India, and it's also known as the Redmi Note 10 Pro 5G in China. Now, taking a quick look at their physical appearance, you can see that the camera placement is not the same, and the camera design is definitely unique of its own. Now, you can see that for this one, if you have the Poco F3 GT, you can see that the word Poco is scribed at the middle, while the Poco X3 GT, you have the Poco logo here at the bottom left. Taking a quick look underneath, you can see the USB Type-C, the loudspeaker is the same, and of course your microphone in is still there. But of course on the F3 GT, you can see that the SIM tray is down there. It only hosts two nano SIM, which is 5G capable, as well as the X3 GT, also 5G capable. So taking a quick look on the right side, you can see that the power button are the same. They are both rounded fingerprint scanner. You have your volume rocker for the X3 GT, while on the other one, the Poco F3 GT, you can see that there is two slider here to activate the physical trigger. Okay, so this is the only difference in terms of physicality for the Poco F3 GT, which is of course definitely a plus if you're a gamer. And looking up there, you can see that both has loudspeaker, stereo speaker I mean, and of course noise cancelling mic, IR is there. And taking a look at the other side, you can see on the Poco X3 GT, you have your SIM tray here, which is also hosting two nano SIM, which are 5G capable. And of course, on the Poco F3 GT, you can see that there is the volume rocker over here and an additional mic. On the display category, it's a little bit different over here. The Poco F3 GT has a slightly bigger display at 6.67 inch, and it's a AMOLED display. Together with 120 Hz of screen refresh rate, HDR10+, 500 nits of screen brightness. Now on the other side, the Poco X3 GT has a 6.6 inch IPS LCD together with a 1080p display, Corning Gorilla Glass Victus, which is of course, it has the edge, together with 120 Hz of screen refresh rate, and HDR10, together with a 450 nits of screen brightness. Now, taking a quick look at their brightness, you can see that it's almost the same. But if you're watching movies, well, the Poco F3 GT will spell the difference in terms of brightness, in terms of more punchier display as compared to the X3 GT counterpart. Now, this is how it looks like when you're watching video on the Poco F3 GT. And this is how it looks like when you're watching video on the Poco X3 GT. this phone sports the MediaTek Dimensity chip, wherein the F3 GT sports the 1200 and it's a 5G capable processor. Meanwhile, on the X3 GT, it has the 1100, which is also a 5G capable. Now you can see on Antutu benchmark version 9.0.10, the score on the POCO F3 GT is definitely a far winner opposed to the X3 GT. Now taking a look at iTutu benchmark, it's almost the same except that of course F3 GT is slightly better. So right now, let's kill all the apps inside and let's try to open some apps here if they can open at the same time or somebody's faster. Let's see for the phone dialer in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. It's the same speed. So right now, we'll open the web browser, which is a Google Chrome in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, it's almost the same as well. Right now, let's try to open Antutu benchmark and see if they will open at the same time in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, they are opening at the same time. So, well, in terms of multitasking, I cannot say that there is a big difference between the Dimensity 1200 and the 1100. But let's right now take a quick look at gaming. So this is how it looks like when you're playing Call of Duty on the POCO F3 GT.
Standing by. Repeat, UAV recon is standing by. Target down. Enemy contact. Friendly hunter-killer drone.
And this is how it looks like when you're playing Call of Duty on POCO X3 GT.
Contact with enemy! Target down! Predator missile awaiting orders. Need backup! Flash out! Tango down! Tango down! Hostile Predator missile inbound.
I can see that both phones are performer in gaming, but of course I should give the POCO F3 GT the upper hand for having that extra physical button up here, which is very helpful, especially when you're a hardcore gamer. But of course, the POCO X3 GT is not that far behind. It is also very good and a much performer in the gaming category. I did enjoy gaming on both devices, and I can say that both have performed. Both also heated up here around here when playing around more than 30 minutes non-stop. I can say that it will definitely heat up. But of course, despite that this one has the liquid cooling technology version 2.0, I expect that this one should be a lot cooler, but well, it's just almost the same. Now, right now, let's talk about the camera on both phones. Now, the POCO F3 GT and the POCO X3 GT exactly have the same camera modules. Now, both of them sports the 64MP main camera, 8MP ultra-wide lens, 2MP macro lens, as well as a 16MP front camera. Both of them can shoot up to 4K 30 FPS. And right now, let's take a quick look at some photos I've gotten from the POCO F3 GT. And these are some photos that I gotten from the POCO X3 GT. Now I can say that both cameras have taken great shots, both outdoors and indoors. There's nothing much I can say in terms of comparison. Now, if you were asking me if the camera video is taking good videos, both are stable and of course can take really nice stable videos at 1080p. Now, both screen has very smooth display. Both have the 120 hertz adaptive display in terms of calibrating on its own. But if you're looking at the more punchier color, I can say that this one definitely looks more punchier than this one. This one is a lot more white. White is whiter. This one, it's a little bit yellowish. Now, let's talk a little bit about the battery on both phones. The POCO F3 GT has a slightly larger battery at 5,065 mAh of battery, while the POCO X3 GT has the 5,000 mAh of battery. Now, both support 67 watts of fast charging, and I can say that both has charged from 20 to 100 in less than an hour. And of course, I put both phones on battery stress test. This one has lasted me for 14 hours and this one has lasted me for 13 hours. So it's just a slight difference. Of course, both lasted me more than a day in terms of regular usage, and both did perform well in terms of battery efficiency. Now, in terms of color, the POCO F3 GT has the Predator Black and the Gunmetal Silver, while the POCO X3 GT has more choice. You have the Stargaze Black, Wave Blue, and the Cloud White. Now, in terms of price, there's a slight difference. This one, the POCO X3 GT, is priced at around 300 euros, while this one, the POCO X3 GT, is priced at around 260 euros. Of course, it depends on your country. So guys, you've seen on papers, definitely the POCO F3 GT is the better phone the better mid-range of choice, definitely, but the problem is it's only released in India. But if playing for it for roughly more than 2 weeks, I can really say that the X3 GT can go at least toe to toe with it in terms of gaming, in terms of performance, and of course in terms of multitasking. I have really no problem. Watching videos is of course, well, at par, not really that lagging, but of course the main point of the main winning point of the F3 GT is definitely the display and the shoulder triggers. Other than that, it's, well, mostly almost the same. But of course, we would really love to see the Poco F3 GT hit the global market, but sad to say, nah, it's not coming. So if you like this battle, do hit me up on the comment section below what you like about this battle. Would you prefer the F3 GT or the X3 GT? But of course, F3 GT limited to India only. And of course, the X3 GT is limited to global except India. But of course, you always have a choice to buy the Poco F3 GT counterpart, which is the, of course, Redmi K40 Gaming Edition. And the other one, the Poco X3 GT, has another counterpart, the Redmi Note 10 Pro 5G. So if you like this battle, don't forget to like, subscribe, of course click that bell icon so you don't miss any future videos here from my channel. And I hope to see you on my next one.